Hi guys. Sorry, we are back. My internet decided to take a flip off.
Stream back. Everyone incorporated hat refresh. We bal. Back. Hi. Hi again.
I'll have to make 2 thumbnails then. Oh well. Yeah, please restart.
I'm back. Send money using this link. For me the screen
I
is
also
still
have to
frozen.
restart my restart.
Jojo, restart the stream.
Okay. We are good, I think. Last thing I mentioned. We quickly checked all the collections in the museum and searched every corner of the museum, but there were no noteworthy findings.
要在这一堆东西里面找到异象源，这可不好办。
To find the source of the anomaly among this pile of things, that won't be easy. Anomaly source. The source of the anomaly's appearance. Only by finding the source of the anomaly can one implement correct countermeasures containment and encapsulation.
已经没有退路了。如果越靠近异象源，就越容易受到它的影响。那么很快，
There is no turning back, it's getting closer to the anomaly source. If getting closer to the anomaly source makes it easier to be influenced by it, then very soon
我们就会因为记忆侵蚀的影响而被彻底遗忘。
we will be completely forgotten due to the effects of memory erosion.
时间站在异象那一边啊。
Time stands on the side of the anomaly. This massive museum houses countless collectibles, one of which is the culprit behind this anomaly. The problem is, it has hidden itself. If we cannot find it, we naturally will be unable to deal with it correctly. It won't be long before it completely erodes our memories. Gracie Red Fox, the agent seconded from the operations department. And that medical agent from the Special Investigation Division, their very existence, will be completely wiped away.
还真是命悬一线。
It really was a close call.
再找不到异象的源头，切诺基可就。
If we can't find the source of the anomaly again, then Cherokee will.
我不想增加紧张气氛啊。不过在不知不觉间，我已经不记得你们几位的名字了。
I don't want to add to the station, but even realizing it, I've already forgotten your names. Tension. I don't want to add to the tension, but without even realizing it, I've already forgotten your names. Hey, second impact again. The agent's words caused the atmosphere on the scene to suddenly grow tense. We all knew very well that the influence of the anomaly would only grow stronger with the passage of time. Until we completely forgot one another, and even forgot to Rear originally came here to save. Where should we start? Aside from the nerve-wracking ticking of the clock, there was no other sound in the room. It ticked steadily one beat after another, as if it were the countdown to our lives. Suddenly, a thought flashed through my mind like lightning. Clock hands moving. What time is it now?
现在是凌晨2点15分。
It's 2:15 a.m. right now. I suppressed my excitement and quickly searched through my memory since entering the Tower of Kings. Have you heard the clock strike in the hour even once?
没有。
None.
我也没有。
Neither do I. Where if this is actually the kind of cool. The epicenter of the anomaly was heard in the background this entire time. It was the clock. It's a timer of some sort. And remember, every time the effects worsened, we always heard the clock.
我时不时能听到这烦人的走针声，但你这么一说，整点的钟声确实是没有听到过。
I can hear that annoying ticking sound from time to time, but now that you mentioned it, I indeed haven't heard the hourly chime. So this ticking sound, it's not the sound of a bell. Every time we hear this needle scratch sound, against the backdrop of the click-clack sound of the needle moving, all of this seemed particularly eerie.
我碰到代理科长和格雷西，并且遭遇活体电缆的时候，
When I run into Monkey and Gracie and encountered the living cable. Just. Okay. Just as we were listening intently, the broadcast suddenly went blank, containing no sound other than the background noise. All we could hear was the steady taking of the needle.
突然听到了科长的广播。
Suddenly heard the section chief's broadcast. Only to thinking of the clock echoed in the reception room.
我们被困在那间接待室时，一直在听到这个声音。
We have been hearing the sound continuously while we were trapped in that reception room. Good
Gee,
night,
everyone.
Skirt.
Have fun.
I mean, I'll likely stop soon. If this is like people starting to leave, I don't see a point to continuing.
1 a.m. for me, so EU.
As if to deliberately set the mood, the abrupt ticking of a needle echoed through the scene.
我和大家汇合后，好像有什么在我们面前消失了。
After I regrouped with everyone, it felt as if something disappeared right in front of us. So,
所以，这不是钟表走针的声音，而是异象源在运转时发出的声音。
So this isn't the sound of a clock ticking, but the sound made by the anomaly source while it is operating.
对了，还有林之前提到过的，录音里那个有固定频率的背景杂音。
That's right. Also, there's that background noise, but a fixed frequency in the recording that Green mentioned before. That Ling mentioned before.
切诺基一直在最靠近异象源的地方。
Cherokee has always been at the place closest to the anomaly source.
像钟表走针一样的声音，大量的电缆，有什么设备符合这个条件？
The sound like taking over clock and a large amount of cables. What equipment meets those criteria?
听起来很耳熟啊！
That sounds very familiar.
那不就是？
Exactly, isn't that just?
是图三性解码机。
It is the Type 3 decoder. At the quarter developed in the early stages of the Bureau. It decodes and translates anomalies that cannot be perceived through the conventional condition, making them inidentifiable, understandable, and even usable. Payment. Hey Mon Mon. Nice to see you.
就是我们入职培训的时候都要去参观
Thank
的那台
you
古
for
董
the
机器吗？
stretch. Is that the antique machine we all have to go visit during our orientational training?
这么一说，我想起来了，袭击我们的电缆确实和局里那台解码机的很像。我当时特地去看过背面。
Remember. Now that you mentioned it, I remember.
It's almost 7 p.m. for me meow.
The cables attacking us are indeed very similar to the ones on the Bureau's decoder machine. I specifically want to check the back of it at the time.
在应对局建立初期，为了解读复杂难以理解的意象信息恩尼格玛，图灵博士制作了若干台用于解析转译的解码机。
During the early stages of the establishment of the Response Bureau, in order to decipher complex and incomprehensible anomalous information, Dr. Turing produced several recording machines used for analysis in translation. Enigma. Enigma de Barrow's early explanations regarding the existence of anomalies. Okay, several decoding machines used for analysis and translation known as Enigma. That's what it was missing, I forgot to say, known as Enigma. Which is why it gives an explanation to what Enigma is.
那一定就是这个了。
That must be the one. I suddenly felt a faint surge of energy sweep through my body as if it had dispersed. All right. I suddenly felt a faint surge of energy sweep through my body as if there is a certain imperceptible charm to this in this collection hall. The fog has been dispersed and my senses have become a bit clearer. It was the sound, the ticking of a clock. we had heard from time to time since entering the building was actually the sound of the decoder's rotor running. A rhythmic yet incredibly noisy mechanical wearing much like the ticking of a clock emanated from the side of the machine. It has been right here all along. Everyone, we found it. After synchronizing with the agents present, everyone quickly discovered the object that has been overlooked right under everyone's noses.
这里什么时候多出来了一台解码机？刚才我明明记得这个角落是空的。
When did the decoder appear here? I clearly remember this corner being empty just now. Memory erosion can also be used to make you forget it existed.
让你忘记这里有这样一台机器，对他来说确实不是很难。
Making you forget that such a machine exists here is indeed not very difficult for it.
还真是台古旧的机械啊！而且它正在运转，是在破解什么东西吗？
It really is an ancient machine, and it's running it is cracking something.
等等，解码机前的地板上多了一些东西。
Wait, there is something extra on the floor in front of the decoder.
这东西是……
Oh, this thing is. Facebook stepped forward and picked up two neatly folded tactical jackets. Resting on top of the clothes were an ID card with a blurred photo and ID cards without a photo or number and a cassette tape. Red Fox.
这是切诺基科长的。
This is Chief Cherokee's.
为什么只有制服留在这儿？科长去哪儿了？
Where is it only the uniform left here? Where did the section chief go?
就像原本穿着它的人，凭空消失了一样。
It is a fifth person who was originally wearing it has vanished into thin air. It is as if the person who was originally wearing it has vanished into thin air.
切诺基，
Cherokee.
这是他的封装体，好像留下了录音。戴利科长，麻烦你了。
This is her wrapper. It seems like a recording was left behind. My original mission here was to rendezvous with other agents to assist in completing tasks and resolving anomalies. Although everything is moving in the direction different from what I was expected. Although everything is moving in the direction different from one day. Although everything is moving in the direction different from what was expected. As a cryptographer, I must also complete my work. To translate this segment. The final recording is transcribed into a version understandable to everyone. Slide the knob on the left to perform variable speed sequence processing at specific frequencies. Even indescribable electronic noise can be transformed into recognizable human vocals. As I continue to adjust the knob, a slightly raspy but steady and resilient female voice rang out.
应对局，有人听到吗？
Responsible, can anyone hear me? Response Bureau. Can anyone hear me?
现在是标准时间，凌晨0点13分。
It is now 0:13 a.m. Standard Time.
这不就是我们困在接待员记忆中的那段时间？
Isn't this the very period we are trapped in within the receptionist's memory?
听到这段录音的探员，你应该是接替我的破译员吧？我是特别调查科的科长，切诺基。
Agent who heard this recording, you must be the cryptographer succeeding me. I am Cherokee, the head of the Special Investigation Department.
你来到这里，证明敌人的计划成功，并且证明我失败了。
The arrival here proves that the enemy plans succeeded and proves that I have failed.
意向源就是你们面前的这台图3型解码机。
Anomaly source. It is this type to decoder right in front of you.
说到这里，你们应该也明白了，事件的危险级别至少达到了3级的强度。
At this point, you should also understand that the danger level of this incident has reached at least intensity level 3.
3级。
Anomaly crisis level. Anomaly events of crisis level extremely high danger generally requires joint operations by multiple squads.
经过对
This
机
is
器
the
的调查，
danger level 3.
发现多处线路被调整，整台机器处于逆向运行的状态，人为调整的痕迹很明显，恐怕与本次异常事件的突发状况
An investigation of
有
the
密切关
machine
联。
revealed that multiple circuits has been adjusted, leading the entire machine in the reverse running state. The traces of manual adjustments are obvious. And it is feared that as this is closely related to the sudden occurrence of the subnormal level. Abnormal event.
用于解析、转移意向信息的机器，被人为调整为相反的状态，那就意味着解码的对象被反转了。
The machine used to analyze and translate to normal information has been artificially adjusted to an opposite state.
Spooky.
Does that mean the object of decoding has been reversed?
我原本以为意象的能力是改变认知与侵蚀记忆，但实际上，它真正的能力是解码。
I originally thought the power of the vision was to alter perception and the road memory. But in reality, its true power is decoding.
它的意象实体正在成型，但所需的信息还不足，所以才会通过解码捕获到的事物来构建实
Its
体。
anomalous entity is
而解码
taking
的对
shape,
象就是
but the required information is still insufficient. Therefore, the entity is being constructed by decoding captured objects, and the objects being decoded are
人类。
humans.
什么？
What?
信息不足，所以会对它的危险级别估计错误。
There is insufficient information, so its danger level will be misestimated.
因此，身处猎王塔内的人会出现不同程度的信息缺失，也就是对于其他人来说，受到意象影响的人的存在正在被抹去。
Therefore, those within the Tower of Kings will experience varying degrees of information loss as the existence of those affected by visions is being erased. Therefore, those within the Tower of Kings will experience various degrees of information deficiency. That is to say, for other people. The existence of those affected by
能够锚
division
定
is
现实的
being
封装体
erased.
可以减缓这种效果，但对普通人来说，这是致命的。
Damn.
An encapsulation capable of anchoring reality can mitigate this effect, but for ordinary people it is fatal.
距离机器越近，解码的速度就越快。
The closer to the machine, the faster the decoding speed.
被解码的人类，首先会失去形体，可能会以密码的形式保存在意象的某处。
Decoder humans will first lose their physical forms. They may be preserved in form of codes somewhere within the anomaly.
解码得到的信息会被它逐步吸收，它正在阅读、理解人类。
And information obtained through the coding will gradually be absorbed by it. It is reading and understanding humans.
而被解码的人类，最终的结果无从得知。从现场的迹象看，有可能存在的痕
As for the
迹
humans who were
会被完全
decoded, the
抹除。
final outcome remains unknown. Judging by the signs and the scene, it is possible that all traces of their existence will be completely erased.
得出这个结论，是因为我发现自己不知道从什么时候起，已经想不起手中外套和证件的所有者是谁了。我怎么可能不认识一起出勤的探员呢？那么，
The reason for reaching this conclusion is that I realized that I no longer remembered when I had lost track of the coat and identification in my hands. Who is who the owner is? How could I not recognize the agents I went on duty with? Then,
我们并不是在意象的影响下失去对别人的记忆，而是在他的影响下被别人遗忘。
We are not losing our memory of others under the influence of the vision, but rather being forgotten by others under its influence.
如果他对我们的影响完全实现，我们的家人、同事、朋友
If its impact
就
on
再也
us
不
were
会存
fully
有跟我们有
realized,
关的记忆了。
our families, colleagues, friends would no longer hold any memories of us.
而如果让它继续运转下去，猎王塔内的所有人都会遭遇这样的结果。
And if it were allowed to continue running, everyone within the Tower of Kings would suffer such a fate.
现有的收容方式对它都无法产生作用。想要停止它的运行，唯一可能的方法就是
Existing containment methods are all ineffective against it. The only possible way to stop its operation is to
机器的运转加速了，怎么回事？要发生什么了？
The machine is speeding up what's going on, what is about to happen.
好像是，解码快要完成了。
It seems like the decoding is almost complete.
科长，他是不是已经？
Has the section chief already?
切诺基，
Cherokee.
唯一的方法，解除它的本质，就像过去所有对抗未知意象的探员所
The
做的那
only
样。
way. Contact its essence just as all previous agents who confronted unknown anomalies have done.
意象对于普通人来说，因为没办法认知，是无法与之对抗的威胁。但正因如此，我们破译员
To
具有认知
ordinary
能力的
people,
人，
anomalies are.
必须承担起理解它的一切的责任。
Because they cannot be perceived, they are threats that cannot be resisted. With precisely because of this, we deciphers, those with the capacity for perception, must shoulder the responsibility of understanding everything about them.
接替我到此的人，如果你也是破译员，想必能理解我所说的话。
To the person succeeding me here, if you are also a cryptoanalysis, you will surely understand what I'm saying.
我必须要提醒你一句：一旦开始接触它，就没有回头的机会了。
I must have
I can
warned you once you
definitely
start
feel the
coming into
influence from
contact with it.
SCP.
There will be no chance of turning back. Oh yeah, definitely.
你也知道，在与异象的对抗中，从来都没有什么必胜的办法。到需要我们挺身而出的时候，不要犹豫，去为其他人争取
You
那
know
一
as
线
well
生
as I
机就是
do that in the struggle against the visions, there has never been a guaranteed way to win. When the time comes for us to step forward, do not hesitate. Just fight to secure that sliver of hope for others.
至此，我身为特调科科长的职责也完成了。接下来，我会被解码机彻底抹去吧。
With this, my duty, says the chief of the Special Investigation Department, are complete. Next, I will likely be completely erased by the decoder. Cherokee's voice stopped. Just when we thought the recording would end there, her voice rang out again. Compared to her previous somewhat cold tone, she sounded much gentler this time.
赤狐，我还是更喜欢叫你希拉。我想，你是能听到这段录音的，所以别难过。
Red Fox. I still prefer to call you Sheila. I think you will be able to hear this recording, so don't be sad.
作为一名天天跟异象打交道的探员，这样的结局是意料之中的事。
As an agent who deals with the visions every day, such an ending is to be expected.
还有，给瑞考德新买的猫罐头别喂错了，鸭肉的他不吃。
Also, don't feed the wrong canned cat food to record. He won't eat the duck one.
陆瑟尔，
Good to know.
Nozzle.
切诺基科长。
Chief Cherokee. The agents seconded from the operation department frowned lost and thought.
解码机的运转停下来。这是
In thought. The decoder has stopped running, this is. Everyone fell into silence. What is even worse is that I am finding that my few remaining memories of Cherokee are rapidly fading. I wanted to lift my head and take a deep breath to return my breathing to normal rhythm, but I found that. The cables connected to the decoder were intertwined like a spider web, eventually converging in a single spot. As I followed the cables into the distance, I discovered that massive shadow that had appeared on the ceiling at
If you
some
like this,
unknown
you will
time.
love Limbus.
I realized that the massive dark shadow I saw outside the window earlier was not an illusion. The monster before us was like a square building embedded with several massive human faces. Purple eyes were staring at us one after another. Whether it was the ferocious expressions revealed on the faces or the cables twisting and dancing like tentacles, none of it should have existed in reality. This is a monster that transcends human common sense.
原来那些电缆只是他的触手，这才是他的本体吗？
So those cables were just its tentacles. Is this its true form?
等等，那是什么？
Wait, what is that?
糟了！直升机在大山外发现目标，确认为3级异象尸体。重复，发现目标为3级异象尸体。
Oh no, the helicopter has spotted the target outside the building. Confirmed this Class 3 anomalous entity. Repeat target identified. It is a Class 3 anomalous entity. Through the window, I could see the attack helicopter rotating its rotors to adjust its direction while its 230mm multi-barrel autocannons were already aimed at the monster standing against the wall. But just a second before the barrel rotated, the cable tentacles on the monster's body pierced through the helicopter's cockpit like sharp spears. The helicopter, flying mid-air, suddenly lost its balance, but instead of falling to the ground, it was seized by the cable tentacles and crashed towards our position.
不好，快趴下！
Watch out, get down. I guess. Oh, we are not fighting the monster yet.
Monster soon, I suppose.
Year 2 more levels. Let's go. I mean, we might as well finish this.
戴里科长呢？你怎么样？
Is everyone okay? How about you, Maki?
戴里科长他。
Even though Gracie pulled me away the very instant the helicopter crashed towards us, my current physical reaction speed was still not enough to handle such a sudden emergency. I seem to have dodged a bit too slowly.
你的腿，别乱动，戴里科长。 不要看伤口，保持深呼吸，我这就给你止血固定。
Okay, just checking something. Okay, she says your leg don't move, monkey.
不要看伤口，保持
Don't
深呼
look at
吸
the。wound,
我这
keep
就给你止血
taking
固
deep
定。
breaths. I'll stop the bleeding and stabilize. And stabilize it for you right now.
夜莺，他的伤就交给你了。
其他人呢？没受伤吧？
Nightingale, I leave her injuries to you. What about others? No one else is injured, right?
这也太大了。我没事，只是觉得脑子有哪里不对劲儿。
Cough cough, does dust and smoke was just too much. I'm fine, I just feel like something is wrong with my head.
啊，是我？你怀里包的是谁的制服啊？
Red folks, whose uniform are you holding in your arms?
你说什么呢？这当然是，当然是。
What are you talking about? This is certainly. It's certainly.
这是谁的制服来着？证件卡上也没有照片和编号，这究竟是谁的？
Whose uniform is this? There is no photo or ID number on the badge.
They don't even remember
Either.
her anymore. It's so over.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's kind of like really shitty when stuff like this happens because it's like you can't really do anything about it. The memory is gone. Just whose is this anyway? Anyway, I'm reading. I'm reading, I'm continuing reading. Just whose this anyway?
代理科长，还记得解码机的运作方式吗？
Maki, do you still remember how the decoder works? The code humans obtain information.
啊，照这么说，不就是？
Here, if that's the case, doesn't it just mean?
看来，我们中的某一位成员
I forgot how
刚
to
被
be
解
your
码机
friend
彻底吸
because
收
I。have amnesia.
It seems that one of our members has been just completely absorbed by the decoder.
而且从大家的反应看，应该是和我们都有联系的某一个人。
And judging from everyone else's reaction, it should be someone who is connected to all of us.
是刚才的异象实体，它正在向你们的位置靠拢。
Is the anomaly entity from just now? It's closing in the air position. In your position.
还能战斗的，到我这儿来。那个行动部的，把代理科长找个地方藏好。
Anyone still able to fight, come to me. You in the operations department find the place to hide Maki.
Maki. Hey. Hope you're doing great.
Hey, Shadow Boy. Your body seemed to be dragged by someone making a sound. Does it rubbed against the flag of the ground? My body felt as if it were being dragged by someone making a sound as it scraped against the ground. The next second, the sound of gunfire and roars of anomalous entities filled my eardrums. Clearly, the battle had begun.
先乖乖在这儿躺一会儿吧。
Just lie here quietly for a while. Lie.
护盾撑不了太久，你们快抓紧时间装弹吧。
The shield won't hold for long. Hurry up and reload.
给我20秒。
Give me 20 seconds.
最多争取10秒，剩下的自己想办法。
Try to hold them off for at least. Try to hold them off for most 10 seconds. For the rest, find a way yourselves.
I hate that Lamau.
This bitch is repeating the words from the people that absorbed. It says, "Welcome to the hotel. How may I help you?" This is so fucking bullshit, man.
How nice.
And now it repeats the Cherokee's words. Red Fox. I still prefer to call you Silo. Fuck you. Fuck you, game. Either live well. Either live well. I'd live well.
那个怪物，他知道我们的名字。
That monster doesn't know our names.
这种问题等活下来之后再考虑吧。
Let's worry about that kind of problem after we survive. Bullets struck the surface of the anomalous entity, continuously sparking yet leaving behind no bullet marks of notice or nauseous. Or not just. Or not just. Or notches.
这家伙的硬度远超常规意象实体，全威力弹对他根本不起作用。
This guy's hardness far exceeds that of regular anomalous entities. Full power rounds have no effect on him at all.
以我们现在的装备，没法消灭他，必须找个机会带上代理科长撤退。
With our current equipment, we can't eliminate it. We must find an opportunity to retreat with Maki. I looked up and a dim phantom shape gradually became clear and bright. It was the massive and ancient machine known as the Decoder Type 3. Sparks seemed to flash through my mind, and my body moved instinctively before the spark could fade. I dragged my injured leg, limping my way towards where the decoder was located.
代理科长，你要做什么？你不会是想……
Maki, what are you doing? You wouldn't be trying to.
代理科长，别离开掩体，危险啊！
Monkey, don't leave cover, it's dangerous. There is no more time for us to hesitate.
一定还有别的办法吧？我现在就去问情报科。代理科长，你先别急啊，一旦接触他，就没有回头路了。
There must be another way, right? I'm going to the intelligence department right now. Maki, don't be in such a hurry. Once you make contact with it, there is no turning back.
格雷西，你快拦住他呀！
Tracy, hurry and stop her. Gracie.
我选择尊重你的选择，也相信你可以做到。
I choose to respect your choice, and I also believe you can do it.
毕竟，你是破译员，这是你的工作，对吧？
After all, you are a cryptanalysis. This is your job, right? Of course, I'm a professional. A certain agent, what did I record here? This should be very important information. The casing of the decoder was covered in mathematical formulas for cipher transmute information written in marker. Without a doubt, it was the result of some agent's hard work. DOS decoder has been manually adjusted to run in the reverse parsing humanity. Perhaps. If it is restored to its original state, everything can return to normal. Although it is impossible to restore those who have been completely absorbed, at least it can prevent the situation from worsening. However, this means I will have to interface with this machine. And based on the keys it has used in this formulas that use the method for adjustment. In other words, interface with its very essence. However, this means I will have to interface with this machine. And based on the keys it has used, and these formulas did use the method for adjustment. Deduce. Methods for adjustment. In other words, interface with its very essence. This means that while repairing it, the process of decoding me will inevitably accelerate. Just like the others who have been decoded and absorbed, everything related to me will vanish. Should I do this? Is it all worth it?
子弹要打光了！
We're running out of ammo.
No, not, but we will.
Humanity. Unfathomable. Unfathomable. Ultimate extinction.
糟糕！
Oh no. The vision entity sees the gap created by stagnation of the attack as energy field, with the hour of destruction rushed forward. The scalding wind bit at the skin, but the expected destruction did not arrive.
让我重复一遍，速度达不到1马赫，可没法突破我的防御。
If you can't reach Mach 1, let me repeat that if you can't reach one, you won't be able to break through my defenses. A warm glow flickered around me, and my pain and the pain from my wound began to ease.
治疗就交给我吧，戴利科长，专注于眼前的任务就好。
Leave the treatment to me, Mikey. Just focus on the task in front of you. A crossfire of bullets and lightning struck the anomalous entity, causing the tentacles that were originally reaching towards me to recoil. Dragging its massive body, it moved through the gap in the window over to the outside of the building.
我猜的不错，起火攻击多少能让这家伙吃点苦头。
My guess was correct. Focusing fire should at least make this guy suffer a little.
配合你的攻击可太难了，回头可别忘了帮我申请津贴啊！
It's way too hard to coordinate my attacks with yours. Don't forget to help me apply for an allowance later.
你也知道，在与异象的对抗中，从来都没有什么必胜的办法。到需要我们挺身而出的时候，不要犹豫。
As you know, there has never been a guaranteed way to win, and the struggle against divisions. When the time comes for us to step forward, do not hesitate. Simply fight to secure that sliver of hope for others. I shook my head with a smile, shaking the stray thoughts out of my mind. The stray thoughts out of my mind. This is a task that Act to Colder must complete. It is to uncover the whole truth, and also to protect those who are worth protecting.
不行啊，这里空间太小，没办法制造机会让代理科长靠近那台机器。
It won't work. The space here, it's too small. So there is no way to create an opportunity for Maki to get close to that machine.
你们看，大树的外墙。
Look the exterior wall of the building.
什么？
What?
外墙，大树的外墙，玻璃碎片没有落向地面，而是落在外墙的表面上了。
The exterior wall, the building is exterior wall. The building's exterior wall. The glass shards didn't fall to the ground, they landed on the surface of the exterior wall.
空间结构的错乱。
The disorder of the spatial structure.
不能让他在这干扰代理科长。各位，我们到外面迎战吧。
We can't let it interfere with Maki here. Everyone, let's head outside to engage it.
好的。
Okay.
代理科长，不管怎样，我都会把你带回应对局的。毕竟，我接到的任务是保护你。
Regardless, I will bring you back to the opposing side. After all, my mission is to protect you. Calmness returned to the room as decipher machine before them slowly began to operate. I reached out my hand and grasped one of the wires. Electricity flows through my body. As I adjusted it, continuously slip, so strips away my senses, my memories. And some things I am not even aware of. But I know there is no turning back for me now.
代理科长，我们不会忘记你的。我正在把你的资料写下来，我一定会记得你的。
Maki, we won't forget you. I am writing down your information. I will definitely remember you. Position Acting Section Chief Special Investigation Section. Crisis Response Bureau.
我明明记在纸上了，现在怎么不见了？我刚刚写上，一定会没事的。对不起。
Dakota file number 8474 to 66.
我记不住你的名字。
Where the moment I restored the last plug, the ringing stopped abruptly. The machine has been restored and everything has come to an end. Man, this atmosphere is kind of wild. Holy. This is just Prologue. We are on the exterior wall of a skyscraper, standing sideways. In some battles, and then reinforcements may appear. When red markers as shown in the figure appeared on the ground, it indicates that enemies will appear at that location. Reinforcements usually arrive after one round, but they do not take any actions when they appear. Meanwhile, in certain special cases, enemies may appear even without an reinforcement marker. This is wild. I'm actually really enjoying this.
Yeah.
请下达指令。
Me too.
立刻执行。确认目标。
雪莉不会捣乱的。
鱼人们，出发吧！
随时待命。
Perfect.
正在转移。你的目标是我。
坚持住，马上就到。不要靠近，
Okay, shot.
让你别靠近了。
沉睡。听着，死亡是对你的奖赏。
比比看谁先到。
Okay, let's go here
你
and
完
kill the
蛋
dog.
了，你该退场啦。
已消灭目标。
The dog died.
我在。
哦，是你叫醒了我。
放心，我听得到。有本事就冲我来！
Let's move it here.
雪莉想去那边玩。喵
Let's kill you, bitch.
不准欺负雪莉！恭喜你杀青啦！
航海家标定了那个坐标，
这痛
Let's
苦
kill
使
you.
你，停止你无用的哀嚎。
定点爆破，
Let's kill you.
治疗工作就交给我吧。收到，快点痊愈吧。
Perfect.
请下达指令。
渔人们，出发吧！应许之地正在召
沉睡。
听着，死亡是对你的奖赏。
完美的指挥，你的表
Tentacle
现
slap.
确实令人印象深刻。
Very slappy.
This game is much more atmospheric than I ever thought it would be.
"有新的报告需要你确认，比预想的要顺利一些。
Kind of wild.
比预想的要顺利一些。比预想的要顺利一些。比预想的要顺利一些。比预想的要顺利一些。
Yeah.
Okay, let's see him. Nice. Okay, let's finish this level. Let's take our revenge.
Big guy finally.
We must. Avenge Cherokee.
"让我们做点更有意思的事吧。
雪莉想要摸摸的。
Okay, let me level up my bitches.
待会儿就去靶场练练手。
我会继续
Course
加
I
油的。
forgot to do that. Whoopsie.
谢谢。
狂欢就要开始了。
Let's go. Square up. Har get it because it's a square with faces.
True.
我在。
Barrier counter inside. The barrier is an inside mechanism exclusive to bosses. The blue gadget at the top of the screen represents the boss's enemy barrier counter. When damage is taken, it is deduced based on the number of hits. Once the barrier count reaches 0, Eggins can launch a powerful combined attack.
你
On
专
the
心思考
boss,
对策就好，我会保持警戒的。
I'm late, everyone okay? You think you're finally here? Because I previously had. What was I doing before? Oh, she forgot about us a little bit. Damn.
Unlucky.
你专心思
Bus
考对策就
Enigma
好。
hybrid, a dangerous
我会保持
entity
警戒
that
的。
absorbs information to continuously enhance its abilities. Its shell can block attacks, and objects on the field are also under its control.
随时待命，保持节奏。你的目标是我。
立刻执行，确认目标，已消灭目标。
雪莉想去那边玩，比比看谁先到。你完蛋了！
哦，是你叫醒了我。
应许之地正在召唤我，沉睡。
治疗工作就交给我吧。坚持住，马上就到，
Let's go.
不要靠近。
Nice.
就知道我会受伤。
请下达指令。定点爆破，
Have a grenade, you bitch.
雪莉不会捣乱的。妙妙冲啊！
鱼人们，出发吧！
看着我，和我背后缓缓升起的绝望吧！
Slap.
在，快点痊愈吧。
Strengthening. Nice. We got it.
That was quick.
鱼人们，让这首胜利的乐章再欢快一些吧。
I'm in because I level them up. Wait. This is literally the start of the fucking chapter. We were right here. And we heard Cherokee's voice in the background. So it was a flash forward. We literally saw the fucking end of the chapter. At the start of the chapter. Brilliant, okay? I returned to the previous corridor, but now I remember everything. Decoder has been successfully repaired. It's just that its decoding of me is also almost complete. Everything has been resolved. Humanity has once again triumphed over the anomaly. My mission is also complete. I can't imagine the members of the Special Investigation Department celebrating their victory. It's just that they will forget one person. Perhaps they will even forget the very act of forgetting someone. As if I never existed.
我不会忘记你。
I won't forget you. What? What's up?
Hi.
Hello. I'm playing Chinese gotcha game. It's very sad actually. We just self-sacrificed in the fucking prologue. We just literally sacrificed our lives. In the prologue. I have been life translated. Translating it. As some unknown time to badges appear on the table. At some unknown time to badges appear on the table. 2 badges. Those were the badges of the bureau agents. They laid there quietly, as if speaking to me on the behalf of their owners. And on the turned-off television screen, what was reflected was the shutter clicks and the self and memories once torn into countless fragments for gradually converge.
我是这次的联络员林兰德。我不是刚做过自我介绍吗？
I am the liaison of this mission. Ling Ling Land. Didn't I just introduce myself?
等下执行任务的时候， 您可别走神啊！快清
This
醒
is
一点！
literally the beginning of the game.
Don't lose focus when we carry out the mission in a moment. Quick wake up. Ling. Yes, that's right. This is the beginning of everything tonight.
还很精神啊，那就好。
Still in high spirits, then that's good.
总之，指挥就交给你了。我是特别调查科探员赤狐，狙击手。
Anyway, I'll leave the command to you. I am the Special Investigation Department agent Red Fox Sniper. Red Fox and her comfort.
总之，请称我为天才的超能力少年伊德。
In shorts, please call me the genius psychic boy. I'd.
而且我记得自己在完成指令前很想去找个人，但在安置好市民后，我就想不起来要找的人是谁了。
And I remember that before completing the instructions, I really wanted to find someone. But after settling the citizens, I couldn't remember who it was I was looking for. I'd. The Afro guy of the action department. Come to think of it, it seems someone among those who were decoded knows him.
我只是因为没能救下他们，所以情感上。
I just because I couldn't save them emotionally.
不要看伤口，保持深呼吸。我这就给你止血固定。
Don't look at the wound, keep taking deep breaths. I'll stop the bleeding and stabilize it for you right now. The nightingales who strive to save every single person, even at their cost of her own life.
哇，这欢迎仪式还挺华丽的嘛！
Well, this welcome ceremony is quite grand.
特别调查科顿位斯蒂尔前来支援，速度达不到1马赫，没法突破我的防御哦。
Special Investigation Department Shield Steel arriving to support. If you can't reach Mach 1, you won't be able to break through my defense. Fact that makes one feel secure and reliable still. Steel.
你放心，不管发生什么事，
Holy
我都会
fuck,
尽全力
that's
保护你。
finally over.
Rest assured. No matter what happens, I will do my utmost to protect you.
不管怎样，我都会把你带回营地
Hex
去。
underscore inactive
毕竟，
underscore account
Regardless.
我接到的任务是保护你。
I will bring you back to the opposing side after all. My mission is to protect you. By the way, this
It's 2
voice.
hours, yay.
That's right, I remember her. In that room. Then I heard her voice. My fingers, arms, chest, and breathing beating hearts. Regain sensation once again. I can feel myself falling. As a blinding flash filled my vision, the image of a blonde girl appeared before my eyes. She reached out her hand, attempting to grab me. A light touch of her fingertips against my body. Warmth spreading from the tips throughout my entire being, dispelling the cold within.
你还记得吗？
Do you remember? Gracie, thank you.
太好了，
Great. Because you said you would take me back to the response unit. Gracie cute. Gracie best wife. Tracy froze for a moment, then let out a faint smile. The camera beside her flashed with a pale purple light, and the encapsulation unit was operating.
我没能保护你，也没能保护。
I failed to protect blank, nor was able to protect.
所以我必须尝试一下，无论如何，都要把你带回去。
So I must try no matter what to bring you back.
这个封装体的能力，原本不应该对人类使用。 The capabilities of this capsule were never intended for human use. 不知道你还能不能保留原本的样子，但是，请你成为
I don't know if you can
记录的一
still
部分吧。
remain as you were. But please become a part of the record. As the final click of the shutter sounded, everything came to a stop.
这里是行动部，正在执行现场的搜索任务。
This is the Operation Department, currently conducting an on-site search mission.
未发现的特别调查科成员，目前还剩1人。
One member of the Special Investigation Department remains undiscovered.
除格雷西外，剩余的成员都在安全地区待命。他们坚持找到格雷西后，再返回局内报告。
Except for Gracie, the remaining members are on standby in a safe area. They insist on finding Gracie before returning to the borough for to report.
这是
This is
报告，发现探员格雷西，在24楼收藏馆的一堆瓦砾下面，生命状态稳定，
report.
确认存活，太好了。
Agent Crazy has been found under a pile of rubble in the 24th floor collection hall.
That tie has some
Vital
really weird
signs
wind
are stable.
effect.
Survival confirmed.
另外，
That's a
旁边
relief.
还有一名穿着应对局制服的伤者。
Additionally, there is another injured person nearby wearing an Emergency Response Bureau uniform.
身份
Identity unknown.
Wonder if that's who I think it is.
No, it's us. This is actually kind of wild.
Oh yeah.
Everyone forgot us. In the fucking prologue. Amazing. A few days later, Bureau special word.
Honestly, I've never seen this.
An unfamiliar ceiling.
An amnesia
Special
stuff,
word.
but everyone else has amnesia of specifically you, not the other way around.
A special observation word located in the containment area of the control department. Agents affected by anomalies must undergo a period of observation here. That is a special word. Ward. An unfamiliar. Unfamiliar ceiling. The incandescent lamp emitted a soft light. The air was filled with the smell of disinfectant. And the rhythmic sounds of the oxygen concentrator and the ESG monitor could be heard in the ears. I realized that I was actually in a hospital ward. As I tried to move my body, the sound of slightly hurried footsteps came from the corner of the ward, and immediately after, a familiar blonde figure appeared before my eyes.
你终于醒了。
You're finally awake. I remember I was erased.
准确来说，是我用某种特殊手段找到了即将被完全抹除的你。
To be precise, I used some special means to find you just as you were about to be completely erased.
不过，以你当时的状态，即便我使用封装体将你定格在那个瞬间，带回来的也只是一张白纸。
However, given your state at that time, even if I were to use an encapsulation to freeze you in that moment, all I would bring you back would be a blank slate.
你必须依靠自己的力量想起一切。幸好，你做到了。
You had to rely on your own strength to remember everything. Fortunately, you did.
但即便如此，你过往的一切、履历、亲友关系、所有的身份，都因为解码机的影响而不存在了。
But even so, everything about your past. resumes, family and friend relationships, and all identities cease to exist due to the influence of the decoder. Here we are literally raised from the world. We do not exist. By all intents and purposes. Our family doesn't remember us, our friends do not remember us, we do not have any record. We're literally the ghost in the machine of the world. That's fascinating. A bureau director that has literally no trace of existing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that trick of story before in a gacha game. Like I don't think that is something I ever saw happen. I saw amnesia. But we remember everything. It's just the world we do not exist. That's really interesting.
虽然不知道为什么，局长接受了你在这次行动中担任代理科长的报告。毕竟是应对局，有什么非常规的证明方法吧？
Although I don't know why the director accepted the report regarding your appointment as acting section chief for this operation. After all, it is the Bureau. There must be some unconventional methods of verification.
对外的说法是，你在最后一刻摆脱了解码机的影响，才以这种特殊的方式活了下来。
The official story is that you escaped the influence of the decoder at the last moment, which is why you survived in such a unique way.
但对应对局来说，你现在是被异象严重影响的特殊个例，一种介于异象和人类
But
之间
regarding
的
the match,
特殊状态。
you are now a special case severely affected by the anomaly. A kind of thing that exists between an anomaly and a human. Yeah, but as far as the match is concerned, you are now a special case being severely affected by the anomaly. A type that exists between an anomaly and a human
由于
being.
你已经和我建立了某种
Yeah.
特殊的联系，所以在某些情境下，你甚至会因此看到一些奇怪的东西。
And since you have already established a certain special connection. So in certain situations you might even look at this. Okay. And because you have established a certain special connection with me in certain situations, you might even see some strange things because of it. So we are now literally an existence between human and anomaly, which makes us special. I have never seen. A game justify the protagonist being the protagonist within its own
Weakest
product.
stand user.
Imagine they actually took time within the prologue to establish the reason why we are special, and why we are dealing with all of these problems in the future.
There are two approaches.
Because we are literally a being between the anomaly and human.
You can either leave it a mystery on purpose or do this.
I have never
Most
seen.
gotchas take the second, third option of just because you are special.
But they actually explained it. And we became special through our own actions.
Secret third option.
Because we took connection to sacrifice ourselves in order to stop the anomaly.
That Sable
If we did
underscore
not
who do a
sacrifice
mystery on
ourselves,
purpose
we
to
would
be
not be
revealed
special,
later,
but
I
we
mean.
did. And our special connection with Gracie and her desire to save us is what additionally established this.
至于这台相机，它是应对局的机密，希望你不要再对任何人提起。
As for this camera, it is a secret of the Bureau. I hope you won't mention it to anyone else again. What about the others? Are they all safe?
说到这个，外面还有一些访客等着探病呢。各位，代理科长已经醒了。
Speaking of which, there are still some visitors outside waiting to visit. Everyone, Maki is awake. Gracie opened the word door and let a group of agents inside.
放心吧，我肯定不会弄错的。比如，我一眼就认出面前这位就是我们未来的科长。
Don't worry, I definitely won't make a mistake. For example, I can tell at a glance that the person standing before me is our future section chief.
嘿，谁乱敲我的头？
Ouch, who's hitting my head?
房间里除了格雷西，就只有科长在，有什么好得意的？
That was no one in the room except for Gracie, and the section chief. What is theirs to be so proud of? It seems Red
Lucky,
Fox
can we
still
harass
doesn't
the
like
mods?
playing with spoons.
Specifically that ninja guy. 3.
Yar. I approve.
是啊，希望他能去学学枪法。
Yeah, I hope he can go learn some marksmanship.
身体的伤我已经帮您治疗过了，可是您一直都醒不过来，我还担心。
I have already treated your physical injuries, but you just don't wake up. I am still worried.
就是那个什么吧，精神创伤啊，嘿，听到音乐就能好啦。怎么样，我来点音乐？
Is that thing right? Psychological trauma. He can get better just by listening to music. How about it? Shall I play some music?
这里是病房，你会打扰到其他房间的病人的。
This is a hospital ward. You will disturb the patients in other rooms.
您的事， 我都听说了，明明是一起战斗的同伴，可我什么都记不起来。对不起。
While she's crying, instant player. She's crying instantly.
True.
To be fair, she was kind of like breaking down. Like when she was attempting to record stuff about me. And then that stuff was getting erased. She was basically panicking and trying her absolute damnedest to record us, but she couldn't. This was probably like the most atmospheric scene in the entire prologue. Because the voice actress really sold the panic and desperation.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, I heard everything about what happened to you. We were clearly comrades fighting side by side, yet I can't remember anything. I am so sorry. And she's crying. Did you bring any chocolate chip cookies?
您知道这个？你果然是领的好朋友。
And she's crying more. She says, you know about this, you really are Thing's good friend. Link's good friend.
虽然科长的伤口已经治疗过了，但还需要静养哦。另外，灵。
Although Monka's wound has been treated, she still needs to rest quietly. Also Link. Ling.
你再不走，就要赶不上回家的末班车喽。
If you don't leave now, you're going to miss the last bus home.
坏了，那么请注意休息，我明天还会来看你的。
Oh no. Then please get some rest. I will come to see you again tomorrow, Maki.
大家都回去吧，明天还有新的任务呢。科长应该不久后就能回到岗位上的，有话到时候再说吧。
Everyone, please head back. There are new tasks tomorrow. The section chief should be able to return to her post soon. So we can talk more then.
就像刚才说的，你会正式接替特别调查科的科长一职，而我会作为你的助手，协助你的工作。
As I mentioned, if you will formally take over the position of Chief of Special Investigation Division, and I will serve as your assistant helping you with your work. Chief. After this operation, I have been promoted from acting section chief to full-time chief, taking over from my predecessor. How is it again? Who was it again? Man, they just all forgot Cherokee completely. That's really sad.
虽然经过局长的特别许可，其他部门也会配合我们的工作，但是作为被异象影响的特令， 你应该会一直处于监视之下。
At Neko Yorovt, yes.
Constant surveillance. Although other departments will cooperate with our work through the Director's special permission. As an exception affected by the anomaly, you will likely remain under constant surveillance.
你后悔吗？
Do you regret it? I looked at the badge placed on my bedside table. It represented my past identity. The Response Bureau was established to resolve the threat of anomalies, a phenomenon beyond human cognition. There must always be someone standing at the forefront to protect everything we hold dear. This is why I became a part of it, a decoder. To see the truth of the world on the behalf of those who cannot. In that case, I will not regret my choice.
谢谢。我还担心自己是不是做了错误的选择呢。
Thank you. I was even worried whether I had made the wrong choice. A wrong choice.
说到这个，关于你的身份信息，还有一些内容需要你确认之后上报，因为你过去的档案都已经无法查看了。
Speaking of which, regarding your identity information, there are still some details that need to be confirmed by you before they can be reported, because your past files are no longer accessible.
就当是附件的一环吧。那么，我们先从你的基本信息开始。姓名。
Think of it as a part of your rehabilitation. Now let's start with your basic information. Name.
目前的身份是
The current identity. Special Investigation Department Chief.
以及和报告书填写人，也就是我的关系是。
And what is the relationship with the person who filled out the report, which is me? To be objective, a savior.
明白了，代理上司与下属的关系。之后的问题是。
Understood. The relationship between enacting supervisor and the subordinate. The next question is, I've missed the scratching sound of Fountain Pen's division events at the Tower of Kings finally came to an end. And so my life as a special member of the Response Bureau officially began. This is really cool. Like genuinely dead as it's really
Crazy
cool.
prologue.
This is just prologue. It took me fucking 7 hours. Wild. Congratulations on completing the game's prologue. Please continue exploring the city in the new chapter. Man. What a story. That was really cool.
有新的报告需要你确认，比预想的要顺利一些。
I agree. I would be surprised if this doesn't get a global release, honestly. After seeing that.
They don't have the money for it.
Yet.
This is already the global release, they just don't have the resources to translate it. This is Steam version. Okay, so to celebrate, let's do some polls. Well, maybe just one temple. Why must you hate me so? Well. Oh well.
我还是更习惯拍摄别人。
Games which don't support your language don't even show up in Steam results unless you specify.
Yeah.
So it won't be shown to the global audience except through stuff like what you're doing.
Basically. That is the thing. Man, that was actually kind of cool. Okay, so you get resources after. Okay, so you have the folder with events. After you complete first chapter, you get access to the events. This is
Very
really cool. I'll have to check these later to see if I can find these. Also look at these really cool fucking set pieces. Look at this is actually like the table miniatures. You can see the lighting.
It's like a crime scene
And the
layout.
cameras.
Very cute.
Yeah. And you can like see this the same thing here as well. It's like a reconstruction of the events, but like in miniatures. It's really cute. Okay. I think that is enough for me though.
You don't say. 6 hours of stream.
5, but that's fair too. At least it says it's 5 o'clock. 5 hours.
5 hours of straight bar. Good sheep.
Men.
Typhus stream sheep.
Okay, so totally.
Oh yeah, I misremembered
It took me
the time.
about 10 hours
I'm glad we got to spend time
to
together.
clear the prologue. It took me 10 hours to clear the prologue.
Same.
I swear to fucking Christ. This is the first time it took me 10 hours to clear a prologue in a gacha game. That doesn't happen. I don't think it does.
Limbus menacingly approaching on the
Like I
horizon.
usually think when prologues like this happen, they're usually the amount of hours it's like. I mean, to be fair, Limbus, I played the prologue, it took me less time. It did.
You didn't play the prologue. You played the first chapter of the prologue.
Well, yeah, I know, but like the first 3 chapters, one no are as big as the rest. First 2. This one is just going in. Immediately. I will make thumbnails for this.
Good sheep.
Yeah, that was interesting. Kind of exhausted, but you know we're boring. I'll need to make like them some thumbnails.
Do them tomorrow maybe.
I kind of liked my previous
Since you don't
thumbnail, it
stream
was
tomorrow.
cute. Did you like my thumbnail on the previous part? I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
Nice, okay, let's rate someone. Raid.
Need any Rex?
This is one of the latest streams I ever ended in recent times. So clearly there will be different people. I mean, yeah, if you want. If you want to suggest someone, I'm right here. Could be nice to raid someone new.
I'd give I've suggested her before, but Ying Izing.
I don't think
She's
you did
playing
actually.
Hollow Knight.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We're going to do that.
Small streamer 2 seems cute.
Okay. Sable, can you post the raid message?
She prayed, she prayed, she
B.
prayed, she prayed, she prayed, she
Thank
prayed,
you.
she prayed, she prayed.
Appreciate it. Let's start the raid.
Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to stay hydrated and take care of yourself.
Yep, let's all say hello. Okay, I'll see you guys.
Night sheepy.
Today after tomorrow. Thursday, basically your time. We're going to continue this game because I'm really enjoying this. We could also give the Russian gotcha game that is an open beta a shot. That is also something we can do. But for now, I'm kind of enjoying this. Okay, I'll see you guys around. Bye toodles.
Yes, but for now.